Hey y'all, this is Blunt Mommy, your fucking favorite mommy, and you are listening to Married as Fuck, my favorite couple that I'd probably fuck. So, here we go.
Welcome to Married AF. We are your hosts, Brooke and Randal Fowler. On this show, we discuss the topics that really matter.
Like big veiny cocks and our favorite TV shows.
So pull up a chair at our kitchen table and hang out.
While I bulldog my nuts. I've got an announcement to make.
What?
IPAs are garbage. Why do they taste so bad?
That one is pretty strong too. I mean, all right. So that one, I was super pumped about the can. Like it's a cool looking.
No, it's an 80s can.
Yeah, it is. I think that's what. So it's called Blind Pirate Blood Orange IPA
By Monday. Night Brewing here out of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Their Fu Man brew is great.
Mm-hmm.
We had that.
You just didn't see the IPA at the end there.
I just saw the blood orange and was reading the back, and it was like it's orangey caramel. I was like, sold.
Yeah, that description sounds delicious. That's not what it tastes like at all. It tastes like perfume, just like all other IPAs.
Every IPA tastes like
potpourri.
My mom's potpourri dish in her house that smells like
if
old flowers and cigarettes. That's what it tastes like to me.
Yeah, it just tastes like eating soap to me. I'm just not. I'm not. I can't
even do it. I don't know how people pretend that that's good.
I'm not a big fan of IPA.
A lot of people love IPAs.
IPA is like the hipster cool thing, and I can't get with it. I can't. I've never really been like before IPAs became super trendy. Like Sierra Nevada was like the only one that was around, and I was never really a big fan of Sierra. It's too harsh.
It's just yucky.
I don't want to eat soap and flowers, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's like taking a big chug of
shampoo
potpourri that somebody's been ashing their cigarette in for an hour. I don't
taste cigarette ashes, baby. I think
it's that whole hipster smell taste. Like they could be clove cigarettes if that's your cooler thing.
Yeah. Or vaping.
I'd rather vape than drink
does
that.
It taste like,
vaped.
Does it taste like you're vaping and wearing a scarf in summer?
No, it tastes like Johnny Depp's sweat.
Ew. I don't think
when he sweats, it smells like IPA.
I don't think he sweats like. I don't know.
I think
it tastes like soap to me. So that sounds contradictory.
Perfume into like the hoppy mixture.
Well,
like
that's what hops are like. It is the hops. That's what the flavor is. But But
my Bud Light smells like nothing except a little trace of alcohol.
A little bit of yeast that fermented. Yeah.
That shit grosses me out. But tonight's episode, we've got an interview with Amanda later coming up for you guys.
Yeah.
From Blunt Mommy. And we have introduced a new shot in her honor. It's called the Pole Smoker. Mm-hmm. She loves them. It is
She loves smoking poles, or she loves the shot?
She loves smoking poles, and she sounded like she liked the shot, but you'll hear in the interview, she definitely likes to smoke the poles.
Oh my.
But the Pole Smoker, what it is it is half and half of Hot Damn, 100 proof hot cinnamon schnapps.
Basically Fireball.
And then one half of 99 proof 99 bananas.
Is that why it's called 99?
Yeah, the bananas are the poles. And the hot fiery cinnamon is the smoke.
I get it now.
So Pole Smoker is the name. I concocted this on my own, and I think it's going to catch on.
It's actually pretty good. It's got like, it punches you in the mouth with some banana, and then like your mouth's on fire a little bit with the Hot Damn.
Yeah, the Hot Damn is even hotter than Fireball.
It is.
The hot part of it.
It's like it's like legit those atomic fireballs.
The really hot ones.
1,000 of them,
at the mall when you were a kid, when you get the Jawbreakers.
The ones that were like, danger.
Yeah, it's pretty hot shit. So speaking of that, here, we'll do our first shot. This one is, we'll do the pole smoker since we brought it out. It's in the tin.
Well, what's in the other?
Just a half shot of pure fire tits.
Hot damn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Here's the pole smoker.
All right, cheers.
It's really not that bad. I don't like
Why'd
it.
you?
I wish I liked booze. I don't like any booze.
It's just such a weird, like, it's like,
It doesn't make you throw up like the damn
Whiskey.
pure whiskey
Yeah.
had Brooke vomiting in the moonshine.
that was rubbing alcohol. That's fucking not moonshine.
We though, good lord.
Woo.
But I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Spunk Lube.
Yeah.
Haven't mentioned them in a couple episodes.
I think we talked about him with Amanda. Oh, but that is
coming
this
up.
episode.
Yeah. There you go. We did talk about him with Jody B, though, and we were talking about my overuse of Spunk Lube. And I am definitely an overuser.
That's just in life. Like you're 90 miles an hour or nothing.
Zero. Either stand still, not moving,
or full throttle.
possibly dead on the couch, or you'll never see me.
Yep.
I
So
have 2 gears.
that's it.
You're
So-
welcome.
So none of this like overusing of the lube has surprised me. Like and I think even before we ever got our first bottle, Jody warned us about the silicone based kind and was like, you don't need much. You just need, and I was like, oh shit, Randall's going to make a goddamn mess with that shit. And
I have.
it has happened. Yeah.
Yep.
So
It
sorry
will,
about,
for dudes out there, when you lube up the old dong, if you use too much of the silicone, you will have a greasy butthole. It'll feel like you got greasy cheeks.
well, what does
But
it
it's
give
all
you?
natural.
Does it give you diaper rash?
Nope. Hell no,
Okay.
the opposite. It's like Astroglide, like just let your cheeks, no friction, so you're not going to get,
Okay.
it's like putting 1,000 times diaper rash ointment on Gunner.
But you know, like if you get real sweaty and it's like wet down, I mean, like, you know, you're get chafed.
Yeah, that's more like bacteria though when you're wet. Like it can form.
I don't know. That's a lot of talk about our buttholes. But
No, I'd rather have the greasy,
yeah,
you know. I mean, I always end up,
that's funny.
you know, showering eventually to get rid of the, and it doesn't last forever, but definitely I can feel my butthole is nice and probably shiny. I don't look at it, but I bet it's shiny.
It feels slick, slickery. Yeah, so that story is what made Fackler choke at work. Is that what?
Yeah, he sent us a tweet about it when he was listening to the Jody B episode. Super listener, Chad Fackler, and his awesome wife, Jen.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, he tweeted us and was like, hey, guys, listening to Jody B episode. Just disturbed everyone at work because they looked over at me and I'm gagging, which is hilarious. I bet that happens to so many people every day when they're got their headphones in and listening to a podcast.
Yeah, that was me the other day at work listening to Drinks with Larry when they were doing that goddamn
And nothing's creepier
Family
than
Feud.
looking at someone with no noise,
Laughing
and
their ass off.
They're just shitting themselves on the inside.
I know. It was like the one time that I tried doing that in this new like work environment that I'm in with everybody right up on top of each other. I was like, I'm just freaking everybody out, I think. But I like listening to podcasts.
Yeah,
so-
another tip though for those people that are wanting to taste the pole smoker. Don't do it with a dip in your mouth.
Baby, what did you really just take that shot with the dip in your mouth? Don't show me that.
You gonna take it.
Don't show me your mouth poop. That's gross.
Yeah, I did. And regrettably, I swallowed
it's
a little.
just a flavor saver, right? Oh, you just swallowed a little dip. Baby, you've been dipping since you were 2.
A zygote.
So, does it really bother you that much if you swallow some? I've seen you.
I don't throw out, like, it just gives me a little heartburn.
I've seen you fall asleep with a dip in your mouth.
Yeah, I've woken up choking on it plenty of times.
It's not safe, baby.
No.
But
Better than falling asleep with a cig-a-dick and burning the house down.
That's very true. You're just harming yourself in this regard and giving yourself heartburn and a stomach ache. And not
me no likey cigarillo.
No. Fuck, I was gonna say something I forgot. I don't know.
You gotta talk about the new network that we're on.
Oh, No Phony Podcast Network. It's phony with a PH.
Yeah.
I don't know why. What else it would be with?
Yeah. Go ahead.
No Phony Podcast Network. They have a featured podcast every month, and this month is Miles and Crawford Variety Hour.
Shout out to those two awesome ass ladies.
Yeah. So if you
they're my shit tits.
If you like our podcast, go listen to theirs. Okay. So I do want to give a warning. It's not one that we were going to mention, but what we talked about earlier. Anybody that is from Randall's like neck group, there's a podcast out there that's very popular. So I don't know if you've heard of it, Dr. Death. I think it's fantastic. It's really good, but it also gave me like a mild panic attack because it is about a neurosurgeon that botches a bunch of surgeries on people's spines, and
one was my surgery, a lesser version, only one level.
A couple of them are your surgery, but it's necks and backs, and patients either come out paralyzed or dead, and it's horrifying. Really, really good though. But if you're like about to have that surgery, do not listen to it.
Don't at all.
Do not, because it gave me a stomach ache and a panic attack because Randall had that surgery a year and a half ago, and it just, oh my God, I cannot even.
I'm glad you didn't hear that beforehand.
No,
it doesn't scare me anymore.
No, I'd have been like, we're canceling your surgery. I need to, but it's really good. It's the same people that did Dirty John.
It's great, actually, and I'm not big into that shit, and for shits and gigs today because I was out of.
Yeah, I told you it was
brand
about
new
neurosurgeon.
shows from our friends. Well, no, and I'm out. I was hoping Drinks with Larry dropped their new episode today, but it's going to be tomorrow morning. So I checked out that Dr. Death, and it's fucking good.
Yeah, it's
really good.
Really good.
But I was going to say something. Oh, yeah, about Miles and Crawford. Mm-hmm. If you don't listen to their show, get the fuck out. Their show is awesome. I've listened to them for a while, but they're just the shit. They got a just awesome dynamic. They balance each other out super well. They're fucking funny. And them being the featured podcast on the No Phony Podcast Network is cool and everything, but they're just the shit anyway.
Yeah. It's
out.
nice to have that kind of company on the No Phony Podcast Network.
No, I love their shit, and they're back for season 3, ready to rock and roll, and they love our podcasting table.
Well, they're on our podcasting table.
I know, but my Miles is making one, and she loves ours.
Nice. So they have seasons? We don't have seasons.
No.
Are they? Okay.
I just think a lot of shows do. They call it a season, and they'll take a break for like 2 weeks, and then be back for,
We just going to keep this train a-rolling.
Yeah, we're just going to roll it.
And we'll take breaks when we want to, and you're going to take it.
Yeah, we're going to drop, some weeks we'll drop 3 new episodes in a week.
Sometimes we'll do 1.
Sometimes we'll drop a piece of shit 1.
Not a piece of shit, just a 1.
No, we'll drop some pieces of shit. We drop plenty of pieces of shit. It happens.
You know what I just realized this can looks like? And of course I can't waste any beer, so I'm drinking this perfume soap cigarette beer.
I can't even try it.
It's neckties. Is it neckties?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's
but it's like 80s neck.
Awesome.
Wait, 80s. They have. It's okay. It's like hook hands and pirate swords and Jolly Rogers, but with like oranges and bone, and so an orange instead of a skull.
Yep, I see it now.
Very cute.
But yeah. So speaking of that, got to give a shout out to our folks over at Drinks with Larry, our homeboys and homegirl. We are going on their show Monday.
Sure.
We are.
Likely story.
No, we really are.
we got bumped so many days because Larry had the sniffles.
Yeah, and because old Ken Shamrock, I would bump us for Ken. I would
true.
bump
Yeah.
Larry for Ken Shamrock exactly the same.
But then
way.
Ken Shamrock fucking...
Yeah, but Larry's a gentleman, and he reached out and was
is.
like, "Hey, man, do you mind?"
No, of course
He's super cool about it.
Of course.
I would do the same. But yeah, he did. Larry did lay up for a week with a minor case of the sniffles per Brian. Sounded like it was iffy for a minute.
Yeah. Well, Annie had some stuff going on with his mom, so I hope she's okay now.
That's Brian. Brian's
Was
mom.
that Brian's mom?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
You definitely mix those two guys up.
I was, because
I'm
literally,
getting good at it.
Literally, when I listened to it, I was
now.
like, "Oh my God, Larry, you were sick, and your mom had a
Yeah,
fall."
that'd be a little much.
That was a lot. Okay, my bad, guys. I love you.
No,
but
it's a true. You have a real hard time deciphering their two voices.
It's like I'm
for some reason.
colorblind for their voices, like audio.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, sorry guys.
I mean, we've listened to their episodes together before, so I know you're not like it's not intentional.
No, I listen to them all the time. And, yeah.
And AA Ron, sorry to interrupt you, but you know when AA Ron came on and rocked our tits, you know his
love
goal
that guy.
was want to see if he could beat the numbers from Larry and Brian.
I wasn't keeping track of like how quickly or
No, and I'm not going to talk numbers, but I'm
No,
just
no,
going
but
to
I'm
say
saying
that
he's
he
doing just
is
fine.
running them down.
Yeah.
People definitely liked the AA Ron episode, as did we.
Yeah. No, that was so much fun. I love all those guys. And if I'm being honest, the Cracker Barrel honky bucket thing, it took me about a minute and a half to get it. Like I wasn't really thinking hard enough about it. And then I was like, oh, because honky's another word for white people. Cracker's another word for white people.
Yep. It took you a minute to figure that out.
Barrel, bucket. Yeah.
It's all right, babe.
I don't know.
It's fine.
I didn't know that they were talking about like that was another name for the name of it. I thought they were like saying that it was like an inside joke that something happened where like they were saying.
I got it instantly, but it's cool though, babe. Don't you worry. Everything's gonna be fine.
I've got street smarts though.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that where I make up for it?
Yeah. You can still roll a doobie with the best of them.
Probably. I don't know. But then they were talking about how stupid people are that don't get it.
Can't though. I tried to roll a joint one time in my life, and it was one huge pile in the middle of the rolling papers.
I have to use a dollar bill to roll a joint.
I couldn't if I tried. It was so
I can't do
garbage.
it blind, like with a paper and stuff. And I mean, it's also been what 10 years at least since. But even now with a dollar bill, I could do it.
I've only smoked the devil's lettuce.
So
3 or 4 times in my life, maybe 5.
All with me?
Yeah, all but a couple. And then I tried it in college and was horribly ill. I know I tried it in college. And I was ended up in the bathroom on the floor.
Right.
It was with Dwayne lived with us.
Yeah.
And
is that the guy that paid all your rent and you took his car?
Derek.
Oh, no, it was a D name.
Yeah, but Dwayne had some of the sticky, icky ooh-ah from Mississippi.
Uh-huh.
And just like I do everything, I was like, I'll smoke every bit of this shit with you, bro.
That was just what I was about to say. Like when I had like some really good weed one time.
From our buddy, Professor McNuggets.
Professor McNuggets, yes. It was really good. And
shit was purple.
It was, I mean, I don't even smoke weed anymore, but it was so good. And this was many, many moons ago. And I was like.
Pre-child.
Way pre-child. And Randall was like, I'm just going to smoke all this. I was like, babe, no, you don't really shouldn't do that. I mean, it's not necessary for one. And it's just, there's no point. You know, you can only get so high. And then, you know.
I was like, shit.
And then
that's what you think.
And then Randall he smokes like a huge bowl to himself of this fucking purple, cushy. And I was just like, all right, dude.
Tushy.
And he was like, he looked at me and said, how do you know when you're high? And I said, when you start asking questions like that.
Yeah, and all I remember is suddenly I had no arms and no legs. And I felt like a head that was on like a balloon string.
He said, I can't move my arm.
It was horrible. I just I'm the worst. No one wants to ever be high with me because I wouldn't either. And I was like, when does it end? When is this over?
Immediately, he was like, how can I not be high?
I regret this decision terribly.
And I was like, man.
I mean, everyone I've ever talked to is like, dude, you would be great. Weed would be great for you because of like my anxiety and not being cheated. If you would just hit it twice.
If you only had that throttle where you could like just.
You mean the brake?
Brake.
Yeah. Oh, I
was thinking throttling like in regards to like when you get like on your cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
When they.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's my lingo, but yeah, you don't have that.
No. I'm going to get it though, because I'm telling you, when Georgia gets this legal medical marijuana, shit.
Whenever
it happens. I'm saying I qualify in any state I go to.
Georgia keeps okay. That's the thing that I mean. We finally were able to buy beer on Sundays.
They got the oils available.
Thank the Lord. They do have the oils for
which
like
is a step.
It is, but I guess we just have to keep getting like less old school conservative governors.
By the time we're 50,
we'll be able to.
I will have more medical weed.
We'll be one of the last states that get
you won't
legalizes.
be able to get it legally. Thus, I won't share mine with you because I'd be breaking the law. But
so you think we're going to be able to get just medical marijuana?
I will get a prescription. I have metal in my neck.
We're just going to need it. I mean, we're moving to Colorado anyway, so.
Yeah. But I mean, I will have it
eventually one day.
And if I can learn to properly partake in the dankety doodah.
No, what you need to do is like, I mean, just you don't need to have access to all of it. I just put a tiny bit for you. Yeah, and I'm like, here, this is what you get, or like make you like a little batch of brownies or something.
God, no, I don't want ever edibles.
What, you want to smoke instead?
God, yes. Compared to the shit I've seen from people flip out on edibles, no, thank you.
Well, I think we'd have to just do some research and figure out how to.
No, thank you.
Well, they're also a lot of the edibles are just like straight oil, like that.
Yeah, I'll just take me a little tokey toke.
Right, but it would have to be managed. I'd have to micromanage your weed.
I know.
But
I'm just saying, when it happens, I'll be all up in it.
Yeah, you would be a good candidate for it, and then
I qualify totally.
I might be like,
my pain in my
here's
neck.
some for you. Here's some for me.
I'm gonna go hide this.
I'm gonna go
away from you.
Yeah, you and Susan both would qualify for some.
Me and Susan would be
You'd both be a
fucking movie. If you recorded us,
we do. I know. I really
together.
I know. I can't even imagine her smoking.
I can't either.
Oh God!
Because at least I know what it's gonna like taste.
You've
like,
at least done it before, and yeah.
She has no idea. She would just be like,
she claims to have been drunk like twice, maybe once or twice.
Yeah, Jim gave her the smallest ever. Like if you got a droplet, like for medicine, and dropped one drop of Fireball on your tongue, he gave that to her, and she was like,
"Oh, I thought he gave her whiskey."
No,
it was fine. Okay, so
he was trying to give her something with some flavor.
Yeah,
and she was like, no.
Fireball just tastes like those atomic fireballs to me, but it's just real harsh when you take a whole. So now we're gonna have to take those a little shot of hot damn.
Yep.
Oh God.
Yep.
And then we need to finish doing our shout outs.
Yeah, go ahead. You're up.
No, I'm not. Am I?
You are. I just did Drinks with Larry. Our folks.
You're right. Po Boys Podcast, Jody B. That motherfucker.
We'll do this shot to Jody B.
This is for you, Jody B.
Sir. Salud, fuck, no fumando en tu carro, mi enano.
Fuck your mother. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's so hot.
Just went in my lung.
Oh, me too. I inhaled like right when I
aspirated it into my lung.
Oh my God.
That's terrifying.
I'm going to die.
For 1 second.
I did too.
I had popcorn lung. That shit's... You should not shoot that hot damn by itself.
I don't think it's meant to be shot by itself.
Definitely not. And that was a small shot.
Oh my God. Terrible.
Fuck that. Never shoot it.
Oh, and that's not a good chaser.
Yeah, and well, Amanda's coming on here. We're going to do a shout out to Blunt Mommy, but
This show
She's
is
about to get an hour-long shout-out.
Did we talk to her for? I think it was a shorter.
It was an hour. It was
Oh.
over an hour. Like just right at an hour.
I think it's 50 minutes.
But, so, yeah. Shout out to
Whoa.
Blunt Mommy. Smoking them poles.
Yeah, that. Oh man.
Showing off them tits. She got mad at my drawing because she said
She
it made
did.
her tits look terrible.
They were some beer can looking tits.
I don't know how to draw tits. I am not an artist.
No.
I'm sorry.
However,
I thought it was good. I was like, oh, not bad.
However, surface area wise, about 6 times as big as her tits.
I don't look at Amanda's tits.
She puts them all over Twitter.
Yeah, but I'm not a boner bro.
Well, okay.
I mean, you know me.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, I feel where she's coming from. Of like, come on, man. I'd be mad if you drew my tits.
Look at your tits.
You better only look at my tits. I'll put them right in your mouth.
We get done, I'm gonna fuck them.
Oh, stop.
I'm gonna fuck them.
Stop. All right.
I'm gonna put
Stop
my dick
it.
in. Gonna put my dick in. I'm fixing to fuck you.
Okay. If anybody hasn't seen Wanderlust, watch it.
Yep.
All right. And Who's Right podcast with Doug and Anthony, and gotta let everybody know about the GoFundMe for Doug. He was a victim of Hurricane fucking Florence. He lives over there in the Wilmington area-ish. And David, the producer, started a GoFundMe for him because him and his wife and his daughter lost absolutely everything, which is devastating. Fuck a bunch of hurricanes. God damn it. So everybody should look for that on Twitter. It's David, the producer, is the one that put it out. So that's his name on Twitter. And he's got that GoFundMe posted out there. So check it out and donate a few bucks if you have some to spare. Because, yeah, I don't know how much insurance gives you when you lose everything, but I feel like it's never going to be enough.
Insurance usually doesn't cover flood damage. Homeowners.
Right. Like, even if you're in a flood area, which most places that get hit by a hurricane are, you can't get flood insurance. Like, insurance companies don't provide it because they know it's going to happen eventually.
Yeah.
It's
Which
like,
is bullshit.
well, it's like you can get like wind damage and things like that, but like flooding, which is like catastrophic, you don't get. So it's like you have to get creative with what you get insured. So it doesn't ever cover everything, and it's fucking bullshit, and it's a crime. So
yeah, and check out their show. And I do want to give a quick shout out on their show. Our buddy John from Brand X filled in for Doug this past week.
shut the fuck up. I didn't get to listen to it.
It's awesome. John is so good. I got to have John back on the air. So John, if you're listening, you got to figure some shit out. You were awesome. You were awesome. With
Why haven't we had John on here?
I don't know. I thought the same thing when I was listening to him. We need to just reach out to him in a minute.
He's
and
been
book
like
him.
our pal from day one.
Well, day 2, because me and him started with a fight. But yes.
Yeah. But I mean, like, that's how it
Oh, he's the greatest.
I mean, it was for like 10 seconds, and he immediately was like, sorry.
We both were. It was great.
yeah.
I love John. I would never say a bad thing about John, but it's just funny that we started with an argument mostly because I was ignorant. I didn't know how this shit
You were
worked.
just saying shit.
We were brand new.
Yeah. It was literally 2 weeks in or something.
So I love John, and I'm going to reach out to him when we get off here and try to book him on here. You're right. That's a great idea.
You just need to check with me on the dates because you will fuck us over big time.
I do.
On some dates. I've got everything.
My creative mind can only do so much. Listen.
Hey.
Right now, people think we're the greatest show on the internet.
Sure.
And I have to agree with them.
I think so.
But I do want to say, we don't know what the fuck happened, but our numbers have like doubled this week.
I don't know what happened.
And we're, because it's not a lot. I mean, we're not a big show, but
and when
all
we
of a
say doubled,
sudden,
it's like,
for real.
yeah.
Every day.
Yeah. It's crazy, but I feel like it's got to be just an anomaly for these few days. If it keeps going, albeit I will be super pumped. But
yeah, we're stars.
No, baby,
Stars.
But it's pretty neato. So you want me to give social media now? Or
No,
at the end.
we'll do it
I
at
feel
the
like
end.
that's
I
weird
wanted
to
to do a few questions that we had from
oh yeah.
from our listeners. Just I'd put out a feeler like literally 2 hours ago to see if anybody had anything they wanted us to discuss, expecting nothing by the time we recorded.
Because it was just a spur of the moment, like, hey, we're going to record something.
We got a few. We got 4 or 5.
Sweet.
So,
are they naughty questions?
No, they're actually not. They're just...
Wait.
They're not naughty
never
at
mind.
all.
I just saw it pop up on my iPad, something about what you posted, but somebody just liked it.
Oh, well, green or red grapes?
Green.
Red. Without a doubt, we are polar opposites of that. Green
we're polar opposites on a lot of stuff.
Green is for healthy people. And they're definitely more nutritious.
Really? I don't
looking. The red ones
honestly
are
don't
like
know.
Candy.
It's more. It's more of a visual thing for me.
Mine is because they're more like raisins. I love raisins, prunes.
They are raisins.
Yeah, I know.
They're hydrated raisins.
Exactly.
But
and that's what I love. I love prunes, and I'm not scared to say it. And so does Gunner.
Gunner fucking loves prunes.
Are the greatest, and they do not make me poo like everyone thinks. Prunes are just good for you, and you don't have to be 100 to enjoy a good prune.
No, you don't. Gunner's always loved them, and there was a time when he was like 2 that if we opened the fridge and he could see the container of them, he would be like and he would eat handfuls of them and then shit
like a monster.
But it, where it helped was potty training, because it was like, you can't hold it anymore, motherfucker. Can you? Here, eat some prunes. Because, when they're potty training, they want to hold it for days because they're like, it's weird. But so there's a tip for all you parents of toddlers: give them prunes, and then they have to go somewhere. But I think it's more of a visual thing for me. I think I had it in my head somewhere that the what are they, red or purple grapes?
People call them red.
They really look purple to me.
They are purple, but people call them red grapes.
For some reason, I had in my head that they had seeds in them.
Some of them do, but they have seedless.
Yeah, so that's a deal breaker.
You hear how much when I put a dip on my right side, I never do, it gives me a lisp.
Stop
and
it. You
when
realize
I put it into my kangaroo pouch from the receded gum line on the left, you don't even know it's
sound terrible. Put it in the other side of your mouth.
What you mean? Wash.
You have headphones on, right?
See, now it's on the other side, and there's a huge ass papoose.
That's going to be cancer someday.
Probably. Eventually, the tumor will fill it back in.
But no, how long did Papa George dip for? As long as you have?
He chewed his whole life.
Like, did he start as early as you did?
No, because he replaced smoking with chewing, like in his 30s. Yeah, when he quit smoking because he broke a rib coughing in his 30s.
Yeah, but so he didn't start the
He might have probably chewed on the farm, and smoked.
I'm just trying to do it because your family does have some crazy genes with like fighting things off and just like.
No, I mean, most people live forever.
In your family.
On that side.
Yeah.
They live for a long time. The only problem we got on my mom's side is a lot of heart issues, but Papa Wyatt, he lived into his 80s, but he had like 70 heart attacks, but he lived every time because he was a soldier.
I mean, Papa George it was like the stomach
cancer finally got him.
But never once showed up for dipping, and he dipped till the day he died, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it probably at the end had, stomach cancer from chewing and swallowing all the esophageal.
I'm just trying to do the math here.
Something was going to kill us. No matter what.
I know. I just don't want it to be before we're like super old. Okay. What the fuck were we even talking about?
Red and green grapes.
Yes.
That we already drugged that one into the ground.
Go ahead. That's why I was moving on. Next one.
I have no input on this one because I don't know why white chocolate isn't really chocolate.
It's white chocolate. I don't know.
Is white chocolate not really chocolate?
Okay, so for me, I
don't like white chocolate.
I like it okay. It's too sweet for me, because my teeth are real sensitive. It almost hurts my teeth.
I think it's a mind fuck because it's white. It doesn't look like it's going to be as sweet as the dark, and you're not expecting it.
Yeah, and then it's more sweet.
And then it's as sweet, but you don't see what is sweet.
I don't know how they make it.
I just don't like imposters.
Yeah, it kind of. I think it's good. It tastes good for sure, but it's that kind of it's always that kind of candy that makes my teeth hurt. And
it's
so
rich.
yeah, well, not rich. It's just like it's real.
Not rich.
It's real sugary.
It's real sugary.
Because it makes my teeth hurt. You have veneers. You have porcelain.
I have no feeling in
You
any
have-
teeth in my head.
Toilet bowl porcelain in your mouth.
Of all of my teeth in my head,
4.
I have 4 real teeth.
Yeah, I have.
The rest are crowns.
How
and
many teeth do we have in our head? 20,
veneers.
28?
I
I
don't
don't fucking know. All of them are real in my head? No, wait, but yeah, I have 4 baby teeth.
Yeah,
Too.
me no real ones.
No. That's why I can eat
So I can
popsicles
chew
with-
on popsicles with no
Yeah.
head rush, and I make people throw up because I can chug a whole slushy and get no brain freeze.
I know.
Chug a whole milkshake, no brain freeze. And I'm sorry that because I don't know if everyone knows, but you can Google this for verification. I am a world record holder.
What's the website that's on? It's like you posted.
BeAwesome.com.
No, it's like World Record Breakers or
It's
something.
Record Breakers or something.
Yeah.
But
It's not like Guinness Book of World Records,
No, it's
but it's
better.
like
better.
it's internet based, so it's better.
Yeah. And yeah, I broke the previous record of
Smoked them. It was like a minute.
time to eat a twin-sized lemonade-flavored popsicle.
Yeah, but the time before yours was like what, a minute something? Yours was 28 seconds.
Yeah, which that you're saying that it would take you 5 minutes.
No. I would never describe. I'm saying
I know. I'm saying
You
the
made-
current record holder. I definitely made my bitch. I cut his time by a third.
I can't. No, God,
But
no.
you
I
would be times 10 of his.
and
record.
I would never say that that would be the very last bottom of the list ever world record that I would never try to break.
Listen, we're athletes. Us world record holders are athletes. Even speed eaters.
Even popsicle eating.
But I definitely destroyed him. And on the first take, first try, wasn't even like a double shoot.
Oh, it's the best video too, with Griffin in the poop costume.
Yeah.
And then we got the "You're the best ever."
So you can Google
What the fuck, man?
Randall Fowler.
Did you almost just drop that dip
Nope,
spitter?
it had a top on it. Randall Fowler, world record holder,
Popsicle.
best looking man on earth.
What's the next
Twin
question?
size lemonade popsicle.
Next question.
Next one is, who the fuck is Kiki and why do I care if she loves me?
I don't know. Ask Drake.
That is a Drake song, right?
Yeah.
That's all I know.
It's in my feelings.
And isn't the Kiki dance?
Kiki, do you love me? So when people dance outside the car and somebody drives real slow and have the door open and somebody's dancing on the side of the road,
Yeah.
you look lost.
No, I remember
Okay.
seeing the videos of that and
Somebody-
thinking how smart these people are that are doing that.
No, somebody, one of the fans, I say fans so loosely, one of the people I work with that listens to the show was like, you and Randall should do the Kiki challenge. And then some at Gunner's school, someone said, yeah, we should do it. And I was like, that would be disastrous.
Well, first off, they're right because I'm a phenomenal dancer.
Hello.
I move like a kitten on the dance floor.
Like a,
Like a sex panther. Speaking of panther, I'm very disappointed that they put out that adult graphic novel of Batman and he has such a tiny dick.
why? It's a normal, like, I mean, it's just weird that they did that.
It's on the, I mean, maybe he's straight out of the water. You
That's
know,
what I'm
there's
saying,
all kind of shit. He looks like he's walking back into his bat cave, like after a long night.
Right.
So maybe it's, but still, give the
He's
fucking
not about to,
Dark Knight a big, huge cock. Out of respect.
it's just Bruce Wayne.
Give the
in a-
Dark Knight
in a
his
bat costume.
huge ass cock.
What if, I mean, what
You
if this
give
is,
Spider-Man the tiny cock. That's who gets the tiny
he
dick.
climbs buildings and shit.
And he's a tiny little boy. He's a little dick guy.
I
The
guess.
Dark Knight gets a
Neither
huge
one of
monster
them.
cock.
I think they're both just normal white guys.
You guys got to chime in on this one. That man should have an enormous cock. Not as big as Frank Castle. Frank Castle should have the biggest dick on
No,
planet
he
Earth.
should.
The Punisher is the fucking tits. He's my favorite anti-hero
AKA
by far.
John Bernthal.
Well, I mean, he does a good job. He doesn't look like what I picture Frank Castle in my head, but he does a great job.
He does now to me.
He does a great job. I've always been a big fan of Punisher. He's always been my favorite. I love the fact that he kills everybody.
Oh, what about Deadpool? Deadpool can regenerate.
He's definitely got a tiny dick, though, just from his character.
Just because he's too funny.
Yeah. I don't know who would have the biggest dick of superheroes. Probably like Superman would just have an enormous, clean-cut, bushy.
Thor.
He's too handsome.
Bullshit. But he's got he carries around a huge hammer.
Which is obviously overcompensating for his little dick. Thor has a tiny cock.
Come on.
I think Thor's got a tiny cock, and so does Tony Stark.
Oh, no.
Captain America might
Tony
have a
Stark
big
is a big nerd, though, right? Wasn't he just like a big nerd that became like a superhero? So wouldn't that like really kind of...
I mean, I'm just spitballing here, but I would imagine Tony Stark.
How do we always get on the subject of the size of people's cocks?
It's totally normal and
what
totally
about
funny.
Hulk, though?
Ugh, that's a big... I bet he's like a big uncircumcised...
It's like the size of a Lincoln.
Yeah, just uncircumcised as fuck. Foreskin for
But then,
days.
like, what if Bruce Banner's is like E.T. Tiny?
Yeah. I would think it's going to be equally extrapolated when he hulks out.
Okay.
But I'm trying to think of what other superhero who would have the biggest dick of all.
What about Black Panther?
I don't want to sound racist, but I have heard on good authority he's got a huge dick
I would assume so.
with a bone through it,
Yeah.
like in the nose. But
That's where the
Prince Albert, what they call it, and it's a big throbbing cock.
Probably.
Yeah, I bet it's huge. And what's the dude's name from Guardians of the Galaxy? Chris Pratt.
Star-Lord. I don't know his name on his like superhero name.
I bet
Star-Lord.
he's got an ironically big dick.
Yeah. What about Thanos?
Tiny dick. He's angry.
He is angry.
He's got a little hairy bush. He's more of what, when you guys see that picture I put on Twitter of Bruce Wayne's dick, I want you to share with us your thoughts. For one, they made it fucking, they drew it weird. Like it's got dents in it.
I think they were trying to put veins.
No, because they run horizontal.
Well, so it looked like it was like, so to me, what it looked like was like he was in the bat suit because it's black. Bruce Wayne isn't black. So it's like he's in the bat suit, but it's like around his dick.
No,
like,
it looks like he's
or is it just a shadow?
He's walking from outside into his bat cave and like either transitioning out of the suit or it was like torn off of him. Because if you look at the verbiage, he's talking to his computer, like telling it what to pull up as he's walking in.
Because does his suit just skin tight all over the like anatomically parts? I don't know. It was odd in that regard because I'm like, why is... I don't know.
Well, he's definitely right-handed because he's got a gangster lean to the right.
That's
of his
just
wiener.
genetic or something.
No, I mean, it's probably from when you first
Yanking
linked your
it?
dickie. I've got a right-hand lean.
Hey, everybody doesn't need to know all that.
I bust to the right.
But
It's all right.
that's just how you're made. I'm telling you.
I'm killing the walls.
You are, but I'm saying, like, I've seen a few others in my day, never seen one that was crooked.
Yeah, that's because when I started jerking off as a young boy, I was a little too aggressive.
Okay. Well, that does make sense. That does add up.
That fits my personality. I was a little
It
ferocious.
It does.
Ferocious.
Whatever. It works perfectly with whatever's going on in...
Oh, you gonna take it. What's the other next question?
I don't even know how we got there.
The people want to know our thoughts on the Bert and Ernie debate.
Ernie.
You obviously haven't heard.
What?
Clearly from the answer, because I said the Bert and Ernie debate, and Brooke said Ernie.
What?
So
From Sesame Street?
Yeah, there's a big story going on because one of the writers for years on Sesame Street has come out and said recently that he has always considered Bert and Ernie gay when he wrote them.
Oh, I thought they were talking about, like, are you Bert or Ernie?
Exactly. That means you hadn't heard this story yet, which is
No.
fine, but it's just great that you answered early.
Okay.
But no, so they're saying the writer was like, I pictured them when I was writing them as a loving gay couple,
Right.
which is great. Who gives a shit, right? Like, who cares?
People have said that for years, though, about them.
Yeah,
like,
but because it was from an official,
right.
There's a segment of
But they sleep in
turds.
twin beds.
It doesn't matter. He's just saying in his head how he pictured them, how he wrote them. Mm-hmm. Which is, who gives a shit?
Right.
People are getting mad like it's...
so he wrote them like that in the 60s or whenever Sesame Street started?
During his time. I don't remember his segment because multiple people have written them.
Well, yeah, because they've been around. I mean, the show's been on for 40 fucking years.
And he's still alive.
So in the 70s is where they started, yeah.
That when he was writing them, he wrote them as gay, like him and his partner, which is fantastic.
And that makes sense.
But the people that are up in arms about it, which is so
There's
dumb.
people that are up in arms about it?
Oh, yeah. That are like, don't you fucking sexualize our beloved.
They don't have them having sex. They have them as, you know what, though? Even the writers probably that weren't writing them as, like, having it in mind as they were a gay loving couple. Hey, guess what? It was probably still coming off that way because what they are is they're best friends. They live together. They help each other. They love each other. They do things for each other. Probably the same thing that guy was doing.
Here's the deal.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. But here's the deal. People that are getting upset about this.
It's so stupid.
Go away.
Just
because you got brought. Like, there's really, I mean, it's so dumb because who gives a rip-roaring shit?
The internet.
And it's a double standard because if that writer would have come out and said, oh, yeah, I wrote them after me and my wife. Like, I was, I thought of it as me and my wife.
What if he wrote them after Ku Klux Klan members or something?
Then it would not be considered sexualized. But because he has, just in his head, considered them homosexual.
Oh, it wouldn't be.
Now it's sexualized, which is just, it's perverse that, like, and it's such a double standard that people that are obviously homophobic can say it's sexualized.
Just because it's guys
just
and guys.
because of the terminology. When it's the same thing if you said they were heterosexual, but you don't, for some reason, these people that are idiots don't think of when you say man and woman, they don't picture sex. But when you say man and man or woman and woman,
it's all but sex.
It's all sex, which leads me to think that they're all closeted gays. Because they go straight to the sex when you think homosexual.
Right. Thou doth protest
it's
too much.
Yes. Is my opinion.
Anybody that does that pushes back too much on that, you're repressing some feelings.
Gay. Of course. And it's clear to me in this argument that that's what it is.
Well, and what's messed up is that, like, some of the guys that might be doing that, you're probably not even gay. It's just, like, even because, like, you can even appreciate, like, a good-looking guy and, like,
of course I can
talk about, like, guys, when you can see their cocks, because it's like you like to compare, just like girls do with, like, other girls' bodies, but nobody considers us gay.
I have no
guys that are comfortable in their own sexuality, regardless of which way they go, are able to do that. But, like, but people that are just so against it, it's like, why?
I would be an awesome gay.
I
would be somebody's bear.
Well,
all day if I was gay.
Yeah, my friend Cameron from New Orleans would love you to be.
I know. I'd be somebody's loving teddy bear. I'm just not gay. I mean, so who cares? But I have no problem. I mean,
I didn't know this was a debate. That's so sad. Why can't they just leave fucking Sesame Street out of this?
Well, and for second of all, why does it bother you? The 6-year-olds, I promise you, aren't thinking about whether they're gay or not.
No, of course not. Because you know what? They don't know anything about that. They're hugging and kissing their friends regardless of the other gender. It's just
more proof of how everything is learned. All behaviors. Racism, homophobia. It's learned.
From your parents.
Yes, it's not ingrained in these kids. They could give two shits whether Bert and Ernie give each other hand jobs before they get in their twin beds or not. No one cares.
No, nobody cares. I
actually think it's more interesting picturing them gay. Like remembering them now, it's hilarious. It's the same way as everyone's always had a closeted joke running that Batman and Robin were gay.
Of course. Just like that's
and it's awesome. Well, that's to picture them gay is the best.
The ambiguously gay duo that came from Batman and Robin.
But because it's Sesame Street, your panties are all in a bunch about it.
No, it's even more. I mean, because little kids are even more just completely. They don't give a shit.
Grown-ups are stupid, man.
No, yeah, I know.
We got way bigger problems than worrying about who two puppets want to butt fuck.
Oh, worrying about who anybody wants to butt fuck or love or anything. That is
Who and when someone chooses to toss someone off affects you in zero ways.
Zero. Just fucking worry about yourself and how you're treating people and
how you're going to get out of our society.
How you can fucking build yourself a bunker and go away.
God, I wish the original creator would come out and be like, you know what? They were gay.
Right.
They were flaming gays, and I loved it. They carried purses when they weren't, when I wasn't writing their stories. They were as gay as could be, because that would be fantastic.
No, I would love it. Who cares?
So there's our answer to the Bert and Ernie debate.
Okay, I thought it was like, who do you like better? I'm so stupid. I don't pay attention to things on there.
Oh, yeah. And right now, I got to tell you straight up, this is no bullshit, and this is not to be funny. Mm-hmm. But fuck America's Got Talent. Fuck them real good.
Oh, because of what we just saw?
Those motherfuckers.
Who just won?
It doesn't matter. The Janis Joplin girl didn't make it into the top 5. That's bullshit.
No, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Just like what Tyra
It doesn't matter, but fuck the show.
I know.
Period.
She's the best thing that was on there.
In years.
I know. She's the coolest fucking kid I've ever seen in my life.
Most original fucking fireball of wretched goodness that I've ever seen.
Can sing her fucking face off.
Her first performance, I was like, what the fuck?
We were both like, Jaws.
What in the world?
Jaws on the floor. Like, well, that was the coolest thing. What was she saying? Black Crows? I think the first time.
She should be on tour with them for sure. But yeah.
She's so rad. Courtney?
Yeah, she's just so okay with who she is when she's performing, and then she's nothing like that when it's over.
Bless her. She's so sweet.
Her dancing is so cool and crazy. But it blows.
And her voice is amazing. Like,
fucking America.
So rock star.
I choose to believe that America's Got Talent fucked her and not America, because then I'm going to hate America. So I'm going to hate America's Got Talent.
I mean, I can't imagine America's Got Talent would do that.
Well, fuck them. It's their fault. They should have changed it. You change it.
I don't know. I mean, I don't even... I can barely keep up with it.
Well, another thing I want to talk about before we go is who are these podcasts?
Yeah, we talked about it with Jody.
Yeah, but I listened after that.
Okay, I had listened before we talked to Jody about it, but okay, go ahead.
They are brutal.
Yeah.
And awesome.
I don't know if I don't want them to review
I want them to.
I know you do.
I am cool with being roasted.
I'm okay with it, but I don't. I'm not gonna like go out of my way to solicit them to.
No, but I would love it. It's fucking awesome.
If they harshness. Did you listen to the Crystalia one? What'd they say about Crystalia?
They killed him.
I fucking love Crystalia. Probably everything they said was true, but it's just...
It's always true.
It's shit that...
But it's also a roast, and usually a roast is true. It's funny.
It's stuff that's true, but like everything that's like true that people think is fucking terrible about Crystalia, a lot of times like it's still just funny to me because he's doing that shit on purpose.
Most of it, yes.
All that shit that everybody's like, he's so egotistical and like he calls his, everybody listens babies and he's the daddy.
Well, of course, that's on...
It's fucking purpose. He acts like an egotistical bag of dicks on purpose, and I don't know. I think he's hysterical.
I do too. I mean, I love. We're going to see him when he comes here in November, and we'll become friends, not best friends, not like me and Richard
or Brian Callen. But you and Richard,
me and Richard are much closer than me and Brian Callen. Brian Callen loves me for sure. He did love me, and that's natural.
It is natural. You are his type.
But, not Richard. But we are going to put out here soon we're going to start the poll to see what we're looking at for Guest of the Year.
It's September.
It don't matter to me.
We should do this in January.
No.
Guest of the Year?
I want to give the Guest of the Year by January 1st.
Okay.
2019.
Okay, so no more guests because that would not be fair.
Exactly. I just want to know who's in the lead in that category so I know how much I need to outweigh them.
Huh? You're not a guest.
I know, but our opinion is going to be a third of the equation.
It's going to be the poll, the downloads,
and opinion.
Our input. Mm-hmm. It's September. Do we have more guests scheduled? Besides Rachel? We need to get John From Brand X.
I want to have John on.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely want to do more of just me and you like this.
Yeah.
We've done a bunch of interviews.
We need to get Richard
I wanted
again.
to cool on the interviews. Honestly, I'm just tired of the work involved for a while. It's fucking hard. It's a lot of work. I got a lot of that's why we love so many podcasts and we shout out so many.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much work that is.
Yeah.
For sure, like getting guests and getting them on. And I just love talking to our fellow podcasters. I know that some people are like, I don't podcast for podcasters. I want the general public. I said, I'm cool with the podcast because we got a shitload of them out there. So I'm cool with them and the regular listeners.
Yeah.
But I enjoy talking to our podcast buddies because, for one, I learn from them.
Mm-hmm. And they're like they're just our friends.
No,
now.
and it's a great community.
It's just talking to. Yeah.
I haven't heard any like shit talkers, or anything like that. It's been a really nice community. So I enjoy talking to them. So I think we'll get some more podcasters on. But, I've got my thoughts on my prediction is I think Priority Society is going to be up there.
Yeah, well, fuck yes, they will.
We're taking Rachel out. She even agreed to that because she's a co-host.
Did we?
Yeah.
I know we talked about it, but I don't know. Okay.
No, she said she agrees to come out because she's
she's a co-host.
We're going to do something special for her at the end of the year anyway. That's just from us because she's been so good to us.
Okay.
And people that reach out to us, because we've had a few that have been interested in talking to her. This is why I love them too.
Well, it's up to her.
I know, but people are like, "Oh, I thought she was exclusive."
She charges for this in real life.
But they're like, I just assumed she was exclusive. She's totally not. I mean, she's great, and I'm sure she'll always love us. But
she makes it very clear that her loyalty is with us, and I love her so much.
Yeah, but I want her to get out to as much of the world as possible, and I know you do too.
Yeah.
So we would never.
But she's
I want her
sweet
on everybody's show. I want to listen.
She's more apprehensive to go because she has loyalty to us. We have to nudge her to be like, go spread your wings.
I'm protective of her in the way that I'm sure like her husband probably is too.
Yeah.
I don't want her to go on a show that's going to ambush her either.
For sure. Oh, fuck
try
no.
to catch her in her beliefs or anything, because that would piss me off really bad. She's too sweet. She's doing it for free.
Not that she couldn't handle herself.
I know she could handle
herself.
But she shouldn't have to if she's going to give. I know what you're saying. I agree. We're on the same page. And so we got to be picky about who.
Yeah, and we are.
Oh, of course. But there are plenty of good folks.
Yeah. Because we wouldn't, I don't know how many people are reaching out to her directly.
Mm-hmm. Everyone should be.
But, she makes it sound like nobody is. But, and there's a couple that have reached out to us, and we've
been like, do it. Yes. Talk to us.
If they're our friends, and we know they're not going to do her wrong. But,
Agreed.
yeah.
So feel free to, check out, just DM her. She's awesome. If you're really interested, because for one, she can help a lot of people. Her shit is on point. So we want to help her change the world, and then when she gets famous, that she pays us.
And we're gonna just do this full time with her. We're gonna have Lovecast.
Yes, that is your brainchild. Is Lovecast.
I like it.
All right, last question.
What?
And this is from my girl Miles.
Mm-hmm. I thought she asked to earn you one. Oh, no, it was Lisa and Sam. I just saw it on Twitter.
Yeah. Want to know when your fat, lazy days are.
What?
What do you do when you just can't get up and get motivated? Do you thrive in like fried chicken and pizza? Lay around and Netflix and chill and drink tons of soda when you're not supposed to? I think this is for me because I've posted some workout pictures for.
She's just describing your regular life.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Miles, I don't want to be rude because I'm kind of like I work out now at this point in my life just to compensate for my horrible diet.
For everything you just listed.
Because that's my life. Like, that's the reason why I'm not really changing my body anymore. It's just staying where it is.
You are super sexy, though. You don't
I
need
know,
to change
but
a
it
thing.
just balance. Like, when you work out hard, you see a change. I don't anymore because my diet.
Tell me about this working out. I haven't been able to do it in like 3 weeks because of work. So,
but yeah, so I wish I could say like something cool. My diet has always been atrocious.
Subpar. It's gotten better over the past few years since you started cooking at home all the time.
Yeah, no, it's definitely better, but I don't.
Better, but
I work out every day, though.
No,
I
he
work
works
out
out every
at least
day.
6 days a week.
He also constantly has a Mountain Dew in his hand and or Dr. Pepper. Constantly. I'll every once in a while, like once a week, see him chugging water and know that like his body is shutting down his organs and he just
feeling a little dehydrated, a little raisin-like. No, I'm going to tell you something. You're going to be shocked.
Uh-huh.
I learned something a week ago after I went and had my nose cleaned out for my third time.
Okay, if you fucking tell me you need to drink more water, I'm going to punch you in the face.
That when I drink an excess amount of water, I feel way better.
Weird.
In general. So I have been
Weird.
I have been chugging, which I'm glad you've noticed. I haven't said anything. 3 bottles a day.
You don't have to
because
chug.
I hate water. No, let me explain.
Okay.
I have to chug it or I will not drink it.
Okay.
You can sit and sip on this damn
water
plastic ass bottle. And
no, I just keep refilling it all day.
Never.
All
I
day.
hate water. Water tastes like shit. I agree. I know it's nutritious. It's what we need. So if I'm going to get in my body, I got to stand over the sink, chug it as fast as possible, half of it coming out of my mouth, the rest go down.
The weirdest shit ever. It's literally hydrating your body. There's no taste.
I hate water.
It's just nourishment and hydration. That's what's so good about it. And it's like, yeah, I know I'm proud of you though for making the effort and I hope you continue to. But yeah, I could never in my life. I drink like, Diet Dr. Pepper with my breakfast in the morning and then I'll drink like some coffee and then water all fucking day. And it's only like because I like carbonation in the morning and then like I like coffee for the caffeine and stuff. But like I will literally feel so dehydrated and just thirsty and yucky I just drink water all day and
yeah, what I'll do is drink sodas all day and then I'll come home and have a pounding headache and my ears will be ringing and I'll be like, ooh, time to drink some water.
Weird.
My pee is like toothpaste.
Yeah. Jesus.
Drink some water.
Yes.
Yeah, I notice a difference too. When I pee in the morning, when I drink water, don't burn the house down.
It doesn't smell like fire.
Not the color of Gatorade anymore.
Weird how that happens,
and it comes
baby.
out way easier.
Yeah.
Way less viscous.
Sweetheart.
The viscosity is cut in half. No, it's funny how that works.
Let's continue this trend. I like it.
Yeah, I wish there was something cooler, but when I do work out, Miles, I'm a high intensity workout. Hit it and quit it in the gym. And I get after it and I hit the sauna and I sweat for 30 minutes every day on top of my workout. Mm-hmm. That's usually 45 minutes of bust your ass heavy weights. Yeah. Just call me The Rock. Minus the diet.
Yeah. When I go to the gym, I go to the classes that...
Oh, way harder than what I do. Because y'all definitely don't stop. Those classes look torturous.
Randall's watched from the outside of the room and said, fuck you.
Hell no.
So much.
It's where you learn that women are way tougher than
I'm like,
guys.
babe, come do this class with me one day. He's like, never, ever, ever. It's like, I would kill to have you come do that with me and just see how, because when I come home sometimes and I'm just so drenched in sweat and you're like, whoa.
Can you imagine what I would sweat like?
I know.
Because you know how I sweat for nothing. For no reason. So give me a reason. If you're sweaty, I would be in cardiac arrest.
Well, and then there's the one that I've done a few times that's, because I usually go do Body Works at LA Fitness. There's the one that's Power Circuit, which is that plus cardio. Like,
I know. I remember you coming out and you were your skin color was so red. Like I was concerned because you're usually sweaty, but not. The blood hasn't rushed to your cheeks and shit. Like I was concerned.
I was in cardiac arrest, I think, mildly. And yeah.
I've watched guys go in, try those classes, and quit.
Halfway through,
yeah,
walk
like they'll go and try to like impress their girlfriend.
I've seen that
and be like, I'm going to do this class with you. Fuck that. I'm going to bench.
I've seen guys walk straight the fuck out of there in the middle of the class and we're like, okay, bye.
Not interested.
Yeah, so.
I do want to try yoga. I need it just for my fucking tight ass spine.
You just need more flexibility. It's just better for you in general, and more water.
I'm drinking more water, but you're a little obsessed with water. There's a happy medium. Maybe if me and you met in the middle.
I'm not obsessed with it. I have a healthy.
You drink this atrocious non-tasting fluid all day.
I have a healthy relationship with water. Therefore, I am fully hydrated.
You have an obsessive thing with water. Literally.
I
saw this joke on the internet on Dad Life on Facebook.
You have to tell that. Yes, I laughed so hard.
Point blank, Brooke. This guy was like, it was like me talking to wife. Honey, my arm fell off. Wife, you need to drink more water. That's what Brooke does all the time. Be like, oh my God, my stomach hurts, babe. I got the shits. Drink more water. Oh, I'm freezing cold, babe. I feel like I got to feel. Drink more. You're not drinking enough water. I cut my finger off, babe. I need to go drink more water, and you wouldn't cut your fingers off.
It will solve so many of your problems, though. Every time you say you have a headache, I'm like, did you drink any water?
Every time I say anything, your first check for everything. It really doesn't matter. Babe, I tore my ACL. How much water have you been drinking?
Well, what's your answer usually? None.
The same, which is
none.
However much is in my Mountain Dew and my Dr. Pepper.
Don't even fucking get me started on that. You're like, water's the first ingredient in it. Makes me blood red mad. So much sugar and shit in that. It completely counteracts any hydrating ability that water has. And you fucking know it.
You're smoking dope again.
I might not have gotten honky barrel or honky bucket right away, but I know sciencey things. I do have a degree in science.
Animal science, yeah.
It's a science.
Well, there you go, folks. We answered all of your questions.
Fucking
which we
amazing
just appreciate
questions.
them coming through in the pinch like that.
That was great that we got them that fast.
So hopefully you liked our answers, but it's getting late, so we're going to toss this off to old pole smoker herself.
Yeah. Amanda.
Blunt mommy. She fumando cigarillos and penises.
See.
Old Sleve. We'll talk about him. There might be a little update in there for you, so stay on and enjoy.
Check it out.
Blunt mommy. Motherfucker. Fuck yourself.
I can never keep y'all's intro.
It gets everybody giggling.
It makes me giggle.
I laugh every single time that I hear it.
I do too.
Yeah, when people hear it the first time, like the shock in their, like it don't make a noise, but you can just feel what their face looks like when they hear it.
Well, but anybody that's like somebody's parents or somebody that like has or older that have listened to our podcast, I'm always super impressed that they get past that and like keep listening.
Yeah, of course. I mean, and I'm totally going to tell all my friends, about this episode, but it doesn't matter how many times that I listen to you guys. The intro is just everything.
Yeah. At one point.
Y'all heard it first burp.
Nice.
I got you, Randall.
God, that sounded, I thought she farted.
That's 2 minutes in or 1 minute in and we got.
Yeah, I thought it was a fart.
What?
Like I was.
No, it was not.
I know now.
It was a mouth fart.
I know, but like for a second I was looking the other way. I heard it and I was like, oh my God, she just farted right off the bat.
It was a huge mouth fart.
Props. Hey, well, cool. Well, everybody, this is, Amanda from Blunt Mommies here with us. And we've wanted to circle back and have her on for a while. If you remember our first time, we had her on with Christopher. The original co-host. And it was a fun episode, but that didn't work out. Everybody knows that Amanda has kind of rebranded and it's been doing really, really good. And so we kind of wanted to talk to you about that and just kind of pick your brain on where you think your show is going. We've seen your stuff about your numbers, and you can just tell from Twitter and the mentions that you get that you are growing your Boner Bros Club exponentially.
Hashtag Boner Bros.
And I need to be given credit for naming that.
Did you name that?
Yes, I did on our episode.
Sounds like
I didn't know who started that.
I started it because the
Jody.
original Boner Bros were Klondike, Muddy, and Jody.
Yeah, true.
Is what I said. The 3 Boner Bros. Now she's got a army of Boner Bros out there.
It's the Boner Bro army.
Yeah, so
if only that was like physically an army of Boner Bros.
Well, in your honor, we have a new shot tonight, and I've named it especially for you. And so this shot is going to be known forever as the Pole Smoker.
Pole Smoker.
And it is banana liqueur that's 100 proof.
What?
And it's so damn hot cinnamon liqueur that's also 100 proof.
That's the name of it.
Yeah.
Oh, Hot Damn.
Oh.
Hot Damn is the name of the cinnamon liqueur.
Damn.
So it's banana and cinnamon. So you see where I'm coming at with the
with the banana?
The banana is the pole.
Yes, I do.
And the damn hot is the smoke. So and Amanda likes to smoke poles.
Okay.
I do smoke some poles. Y'all take a shot and I'll take a beer shot.
All
we are going to try it.
So
Here we
full.
go.
That was so full.
Pretty good.
Oh my God.
Pretty good.
Interesting.
That is better than any other shot.
The
banana saves it at the end.
No, the banana was at the beginning for me. It like punched me in the throat with banana, and then and then it tastes like Fireball. That's what
I got banana at the end, and it really salvaged it. Not bad. The Pole Smoker, everyone.
Pole Smoker. All right.
The Pole Smoker. I do need to know the deets. You know, y'all can DM me on the deets of this shot so that I can actually take it.
We will.
This banana liqueur.
Yeah, the banana liqueur is really good, actually. Like, that saved the whole thing. And it's, pretty potent, so.
So I do want to tell you, I like that you completely rebranded. Like, you got a new avatar on Twitter. You got your new, like, did you change it on, your on Podbean? Like your,
I had to change it on Podbean.
Okay. You should do that because that's like your whole, like, rebirth.
I still need to do that. And I totally agree with you that this is the rebirth of Blunt Mommy.
It's good stuff. I like it. I mean,
you came out hard in the paint. Like this one, I feel like once you shook off Chris and Burger or Booger Tits, once you shook that off, like you just decided to dive in this time balls deep. I mean, the cover pictures are legitimate, like Penthouse. Like balls to the walls.
They are always going to be that way.
Boom.
Too. Actually, when you talk about the cover photos, I actually put a cover photo of me and Sleve's episode on Instagram, and they got taken down.
Well, it probably should have, because Brooke showed that one to me. I hadn't seen it yet. Ooh, there you go.
Okay, you guys.
She showed it to me, and I hadn't seen it yet.
It's going to be a battle all episode.
Yeah, Twitter won't take it down.
I'm one up on Randall when it comes to burps.
Yeah, but if I blow one of these post-surgical boogers out of my nose, I win. We'll have Brooke throwing up over here, walking off leaving the podcast table. But no,
I did. That one was taken off because somebody reported it because it was my booty. Like, my little tiny ass. And I was actually on Instagram today, and there was a photo, somebody that I follow, of this fucking model, and it was her whole ass and her titties.
I've seen that on Instagram before, and it was like kind of like you could see your butt, but it was like kind of to the side, but kind of not, and like from the top. But I mean, like,
it's no worse than anything else.
It's no worse than half those Instagram hoes, like, that are
exactly
that literally like post pictures like that on Instagram for no reason. That's their job.
I know.
Somehow.
So I have a hater
Well, it's actually though that's good like pub for you though. Like if you get pulled off Instagram, that just increases your street cred.
Right?
You know, like that's a win for Blunt Mommy brand actually.
Yeah, like fuck you bros. Have you ever been fucking pulled off Instagram?
Exactly.
I have.
Yep. I pushed the envelope over here. Well, so there's been a development. We don't know anything. You had just mentioned it in a tweet or a DM to us that Sleve
McDickle Tits
had taken down his Twitter account, and we were one of his 4 followers. So what's up with...
He actually had 8 by the end of the night.
Oh, okay. Well, so what happened? Why is Sleve McDickle taking his Twitter account down?
Well, I got a text message on Saturday whenever I got home, and it said that his friend and his brother were inquiring on who Sleve McDickle is and why the actual person, Sleve McDickle, is all over my Twitter.
Okay. So is this just another case of like he doesn't...
Is he not a grown man and can say, that's me?
I can't answer that question. He should have, in the first place, put, just a funny photo as Sleve McDickle.
Right.
But, to cover for himself, whatever. Some people want some type of privacy, and I completely understand that. But his friend that follows me, we actually, 2 weekends ago, we all went out, and Sleve brought up the podcast while we were drinking beers at his house with his friend. He brought up the podcast. And so his friend was like, oh, what's the name of your podcast? And I looked at Sleve and I'm like, there's really inappropriate photos of us. And there's that photo of you with a bunch of fucking sex toys all over your fucking face. And we're whispering. And he's like, I don't care. I don't care.
Well, then,
I don't care.
Okay.
So I gave his friend my podcast name. Now, why his little brother is creeping on my podcast, I don't know.
Well, because I guess it's like that friend is friends with his brother. But like, I mean, why did he not care, last week or whatever? And then all of a sudden, because he clearly, I mean, that's where I was like, okay, cool. Clearly this guy's like down and doesn't give a fuck because it's not, his face is not hidden in any of y'all's pictures, like naked pictures. He had a ass plug in his mouth.
Yes, he did.
And I mean,
I know
he put his face. I mean, there was like a picture of you and him on his Twitter. Like, so, but then all of a sudden he's like, oh shit.
I don't understand. I know he did it he created it while we were on the way to the casino. But the thing is, I asked him because I'm not dealing with another Chris.
Right.
It's not fucking happening. So every time I post a photo or anything like that, I ask him permission.
Right.
I will not post it without his permission.
I would hope so, since they were like naked pictures. But
I always ask him, do you care if your face is in it? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Bam.
Right.
Done.
So now why is he being a bitch?
That's the thing, though, that people in podcasting, you see it a lot. They say that until it starts because, regardless of how big or small any of our shows are, eventually you have a listener base and you're out there. So you can talk all that shit like, I don't care, but then, that shit's out there forever. And then one friend, says something disparaging and suddenly your nuts are gone. And you change because it would be real easy. I mean, we experience it not on that level, but we've got friends and family that've been like, "Woo, that episode pushed the envelope. You guys are getting a little racy," and we're like, you know what? That's just the show.
Yeah, one of my sisters doesn't even listen because she just knows.
Oh, because she would vomit.
I had a friend, a high school friend from 6th grade. I've known her since 6th grade, and she messaged me and she's like, I'm trying to find your podcast. Da 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 da. She's a teacher. She has the perfect life. 2 kids, married, nice house, perfect husband. And she texted me today, where's your podcast? I want to listen to it. I want to support you. And I texted her and I was like, this is not no do-it-yourself how to remodel your house podcast. I said, this is raunchy. It's NSFW. It is nasty. This is just how I roll.
She might be down.
I said, I found my passion. She actually did say she may listen to it and find some things to spice up the bedroom.
Uh-oh. There you go.
But I explained to her, that it was raunchy as fuck. So we'll see what happens to that. She said she's going to listen to it tonight.
Some people will surprise you, though. I mean, there's people at my work that have come up to me and ended up loving the podcast, and I'm like, seriously?
Oh, speaking of, hold on 1 second. Sleve just texted me.
Oh, shit. Breaking news.
I know. Hold on. Let's see what he says. What? Oh. I just asked him, I was like, why, number one, why is your brother creeping on my stuff? And he said it was linked in my bio, which I don't know. I don't know why his little brother is creeping on my Twitter page. I know if the tables were turned, and my sister does not have a Twitter. She does not care to have a Twitter. But if my sister was on Twitter and creeping on Sleve's actual real Twitter, that he would be like, what the fuck, Amanda? Why's your sister on my Twitter? It's just, I've covered my bases. I ask permission for every single time I post anything. And nothing will be taken down. Absolutely nothing.
Well, so do you think he's done with the podcast or what?
No, I don't think he's done with the podcast. I've told him many times that, Jody has made comments. He's actually sent me DMs how we had really good chemistry and, about his accent. And he's actually from Plaquemine.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's where the Killing Fields was, baby.
Oh, cool.
The whole accent thing, and then, I was really drunk that night.
That's
so
Cajun
you couldn't really hear my accent.
Yes, you were very drunk that night. I was impressed with the fact that you hung on through that episode. I was expecting you to be asleep at some point. But
oh, no. I hung on, and I fucked after. So.
Warrior.
Champion.
I gave Sleve a little shout out here on the show. I mean, I thought he surprised the shit out of me.
You said he did real well with
much better than I expected. Nah. I thought he was pretty funny and natural, and he gives it as good as he takes it, and he kind of doesn't really let you just run over him, which is probably hard for most guys. Like, right, Chris just let you beat him into the ground.
You just steamrolled right over Chris.
Chris
is a submissive little bitch.
Yeah, no,
Sleve is, oh my God, he's totally different. He has his own personality.
Right.
And it's very strong also. And so when we go together, it's very good. But like you said, I cannot steamroll over that. He told me many times, I think, to shut up, maybe.
No, he did. He said some stuff like that, which was fair.
I just found a Sleve McDykel Twitter.
No,
it's not him, but
it's not active. Oh, you found another one?
There's another one that joined in June of 2009. Has 156 followers. And it has a picture of a cute doggy that looks just like John. Look at that.
It looks just like John when he was a baby. I created that account.
That's hilarious.
Clearly. Except I've never seen a couch like that in my life.
It's a hideous couch, but man, that's funny.
Hey, well, maybe he can change his name again, because I thought that him doing a Twitter account was genius. Like, that made me think for sure he had staying power. Like, I was like, oh shit, this is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Like, this makes sense. I like what Amanda's doing with this. Sleve's on board. He's obviously down and cool. Sweet. So I hated to hear. I thought you were going to tell me tonight that he was out.
No, he's not out. I have not had one word saying that he was out. He will be on the mic again.
I don't know. I just think it's like, I just don't get it why he would be all in, like, you know, okaying the pictures on Twitter and then freaking out when, and like, you know, you tried to like intervene and not give out the podcast to his brother or his friend or whatever. And he still was like, I don't give a fuck. And then all of a sudden, like, changing gears.
Now, exactly. Now, I've never met his family. I don't know his brother. So I'm assuming his brother found out from somebody else. That's the only way I'm assuming.
From that little buddy,
probably?
From that buddy of his that y'all...
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. And so... I mean, that's a personal problem.
Right.
That's not my problem.
No.
So, I mean, I have, you know, a dick appointment on Wednesday, as usual. So, we will discuss these issues, and I've already told him.
Post-coitus.
Yes, I've already told him we need to get on the podcast again. There were a lot of questions that were not answered. Some came to my request inbox, and I didn't even notice it because I was so drunk. So we're gonna do it again. I mean, people loved it. You know, Jody gave us praise. He said, and you guys gave us praise for a dude that could stand up against me.
Oh, it takes a special person. I've said it from the jump. Like it's not going to be easy for you to find a co-host, and that's no diss on you. You're just a very strong personality that it's going to take a certain kind of guy. And there's a lot of women out there like that, but you'll eat up most dudes and just shit all, spit them right out. And so I thought he did a great job, and there's a lot of potential there for y'all to go. And I've heard you drinking on a lot of shows, but damn, how much did you drink before this last one? How many beers?
Had y'all gone out or something tonight? Like before coming home and recording?
I drank, I usually drink about 6. I drank 16 ounces. So I probably drank about 16 ounces before I got there. And then we watched a movie.
And drank some more.
And then, drank some more. And then we got on the mic. So that was my fault.
And did you eat?
Yeah, because for one, that's a horrible idea for a couple of reasons. The first reason is, for me, I don't know for you, but if I watch a movie,
I'm going night
after drinking,
nighty night.
I am shit bad. Like, I'm no good.
Yeah.
So how you were even able to ramp up the energy to record, props to you. Because we would both thrown in the towel like, oh, this movie's good. All right, we'll just do this tomorrow.
I can barely make it through a movie at night.
Anyway.
Oh, God, I'm full of energy. I'm like that little energetic bunny. Except I just, have blonde hair and tits.
Well, so with Sleve, because I kind of had a feeling, and I said it to somebody, it may have been during when we had Jody on, but I got a little inkling of that Amanda might really have a little bit of legit feelings for Sleve. Not like all the way, but felt like there was some, I really like him, and that was reciprocated. Tell us.
I think we have this connection. I honestly do. We understand each other. We know what each other wants. And right now, at this point in our lives, we're friends, we fuck, we hang out, and that's really it. I mean, we're closer than just friends. I mean, we've shared, very intimate things
and
about our
fluids.
lives with each other. And obviously, we've done crazy sexual stuff, the pegging.
And he doesn't like hit on like, so, cause y'all clearly aren't like dating or something, you know, like, but like when y'all go out, he's not like trying to pick up other girls when you're around, right?
Oh no.
Right. Like I had friends like that in college, and
he know I'd fucking smack him across the face.
Yeah. Like
So there is a line there then, because that kind of contradicts the friends with benefits. No, that means there is a line.
But then it just means there's feelings, but it's not like there, but yeah.
No, and that's just why it would be confusing. Like, that's why I couldn't do it for me as a person.
You never could. No.
I would be like, hold up. This is so confusing to me. I'm slapping everybody.
I had one of those in college where it was like every time we saw each other, we made out, we did naughty things. If we were out at a bar together, it was like, it was just the two of us. Like we were like, yeah. And it's not like we were off hitting on each other. But when we weren't together, we weren't together. Like it was like, it wasn't, you know, I could do what I wanted. He could do what he wanted. That was when I was like, I don't know, 19.
Each other at, you know, certain days. Like I text him today and I was like, are we fucking on Wednesday? Yeah.
I love the Wednesday appointment.
Because we did not fuck Friday night when we hung out because ordered Vegas bomb shots.
And he did not make an appointment.
And he couldn't get his dick
got totally wasted. We were wasted Friday night. So no Spunk Lube was used. And we literally ate pizza and passed out.
I feel like the too drunk thing though is like that. How fucking drunk were you? If like,
well, have y'all had sober sex also?
Ooh, there you go.
No.
There's something that Amanda no likey sexy poo sober.
She said no.
Amanda no likey sober sexy poo.
I honestly don't remember the last time I had sober sex.
Wow.
Well, we need to get you with Rachel, and we're going to do that. We're going to set her up with you. There's something there, and Rachel would love to dive in.
I don't remember, and I know it's sad.
It had to be when you were in a relationship last.
Oh, I was in a relationship from March until the end of June, and then
y'all never even
broke up. Sleve broke up with his girlfriend in April, maybe, and so he started hitting me up. But I was still in a relationship.
Yeah. But when you were dating that guy, you never had sex sober?
No.
Oh.
I knew that it was not going to work with him. And this is really terrible. And I'm about to say it. His family has one of the floats for the Mardi Gras, or the St. Patrick's Day parades here.
Do your thing, girl.
Okay.
I don't know what that means. Why is that significant?
I wrote on it. Okay, I will tell you. I'm cracking open my door so I can smoke a cigarette. His parents have a St. Patrick's Day float, and I wrote on it this year. Well, I collected so many beads, free beads, after the Mardi Gras parade or St. Patrick's Day parade, so that they didn't have to buy any. And
so then you just went on their float and threw those out?
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm going to ride this relationship out until
I've never gotten to ride on a float.
Day parade, and then I'm going to split.
I think that's valid. I mean,
okay, thank you.
I've always wanted to ride on them. And I lived in Louisiana for a good long time, and I never got to. So I feel you on that. Like, if you saw the opportunity, like, just hold out.
I know. I mean, and I wrote on it, you know, we met, and me and my ex, we met, and I wrote on it, and I was like, oh my God, this is such an adrenaline rush. Yeah. It's so awesome. Oh my gosh. But then, you know.
Did they have a porta potty on the float?
Yes, they did.
Thank you. Okay. I've seen some janky ones where I'm like, what is happening? Those people are drinking.
But I collected, you know, I don't know. They have this app called Nextdoor.
Yeah, I have that.
So
like the neighborhood app.
Yes. Yeah. All these people were getting rid of all these beads. I collected so many beads and throw toys and hula hoops and everything for these people. They don't have to buy beads.
Nice. God, that's the kind of shit. Hashtag Louisiana life. Right there on next door. People giving away beads and fucking shitty ass little plastic toys to throw off a float.
We broke up. And petty Amanda wanted to be like, I need my beads back.
Right. I need y'all to pay me for those beads.
Aren't the beads like 1 cent?
Yeah, but you have to get a fuck ton when you have a float.
You have to get a fuck ton.
Yeah.
And whenever you want to buy them, they're not just 1 cent.
Mm-mm. I mean, yeah, maybe for one, but then you got to buy, thousands and tens of thousands to have on the float to throw to people.
Throw toys, and I had like 5 or 6
feather boas and shit. Yeah.
So it was ridiculous.
And if you're in Zulu, coconuts.
I'm just gonna ride this out. Until after, the next parade. And yeah, it didn't
So do they only
happen.
do one in St. Patrick's Day? They don't do one at Mardi Gras?
No, they just do it at St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, are they just Irish or something?
No, that's just their thing.
Oh, okay.
Well, so kind of switching gears, but where's Dr. Muddington been lately?
That's your friend, baby.
I know. I'm just asking a man if she knows.
Friend. You're asking me,
Yeah,
and I have absolutely no idea.
Are y'all engaging him?
He liked my tweet today.
He is one of the founding boner bros.
Yeah.
I need to get my shit together and get a mixer and get all this software shit figured out. And I have, y'all will be my first guest. And then Jody will be my second.
Beautiful.
And I will have Jody or Dr. Muddington on next.
You should have Dr. Muddington and Klondike Bill together.
Hey, if we look into buying a bigger mixer, we could sell you ours for cheaper than we bought it. And ours was cheap.
Oh, 100%.
Ours was what, like $80?
Yeah.
And I'd sell it to you for like 50 or less.
Gosh, yes, because the mixers here, they have a guitar center by my office, and I work off of Florida.
Uh-huh.
So, Brooke, you know exactly where it is.
Uh-huh.
And they're expensive as fuck. And
I know where the guitar center is in Baton Rouge. I remember it's over in fucking East Bumblefuck.
It's by Cortana.
By Cortana Mall in the hood.
Exactly. I work by the hood.
Cortana Mall is scary as fuck. I was so glad. I mean, so this is how old I am. Mall Louisiana wasn't there at first when I lived there. And so, they built it shortly after.
You're not that old.
I mean, I'm old.
Are you for real?
I've moved there in 97, but so it wasn't, all we had was Cortana. That was it. And then they built Mall Louisiana a year later, and we were like, thank God.
Okay, because, yeah, in 97 I was 12.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom actually grew up here.
Nice.
Off of Florida, past Sherwood. And it was fine.
Sherwood.
My grandfather did developments here on Kenilworth and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And, but yeah, I'm like, oh, that's not
well,
a
and
good
that's where
area
now it's not. Yeah, but we were just talking. Randall lived in a neighborhood in Huntsville called Sherwood Park, and I was like, let me guess, there was roads called Robin Hood Lane, and it reminded me of off of the neighborhood off Sherwood in Baton Rouge, and then there's another one in another city I lived in. But yeah, I mean that all used to be nicer, and I mean, and now it's you got to go out to Prairieville.
Exactly. If I don't have to go down Sherwood, I don't go down Sherwood.
No.
Or I drive down Florida to go to work, and that's it.
Yeah, I liked living in the Garden District.
I love it. I love
so
Mid-City. It's so great.
It's super cute.
And White Light Nights is coming up. Oh, shit.
Nice. I know. We didn't get to go to Baton Rouge when we were in Louisiana this summer. We were in Thibodaux, which is I mean, I'd never been to Thibodaux or Homa the entire time I lived in Louisiana. So we stayed in Homa and we're in Thibodaux. And then we went to New Orleans and went to the zoo with my best friend who lives in Bay St. Louis, but like my other best friend was living in Baton Rouge while she wasn't touring, and I was like, she's like, we're having a barbecue, come to Baton Rouge. I'm like, it's like 2 hours, and we gotta get up and go to like, and we just drove from Atlanta. And
struggle.
It's just, I was like, fuck, man. It was too much to try and get to Baton Rouge just for like a couple hours to turn around, and like, we were strapping that kiddo in the car for so much that whole trip. I was like, I can't do it. But
I forget like how young that Gunner is.
I know. He's little fella.
4?
He's 4, but he's ginormous.
He'll be 5 in November.
Okay. He is ginormous like my nephew is. Oh my God. My nephew is just like Gunner, my youngest nephew. He has a badonkadonk like nothing else, and he is built like a little linebacker.
Yeah. Well, he's a clone of his daddy. Gunner is.
Oh I do not know how my sister popped him out of her vagine, but that happened.
Wow.
Well, I've got to get, while we've got you on here, I've got to get your predictions on Big Brother.
Oh,
where you're at, who do you think's going to win it, who should take who to the final 2 if they're smart, and then I'll weigh in with the smartest answer after you
and
guys.
Then after that, I have permission from Doug to say why the episode did not come up.
Did you harass him?
You found out? Because I've been wondering why they didn't.
I was so bummed too, because I was like, fuck, man, he talked about us and Amanda. God damn it.
Yes, I have permission for that. And I was about to say something else, but I'm having a fucking brain fart. Shit. Okay, so we'll get to Big Brother first. All right. I think, now that JC knows about level 6, he's on a little pissy wad and, area. I can't even explain
He
JC.
can't win a goddamn thing, though.
No, he did not. He's just a little goddamn minion that I like to watch do weird stuff on TV. He's just been a little manipulator and just he's like a fucking girl.
Well, yeah, he's precious though too.
Yeah, but he looks like he smells like dog shit.
No, I felt so bad for him though when they all had the family videos.
Yeah,
and
but
then
here's my thing though that I hate is that everyone's been scared to put him up just because he's short, and that's horse shit. Like, that shouldn't be a reason why he doesn't go home.
Anybody's been scared to put him up because he's short.
No, they said it on the feeds. Angela said it. Like, there was multiple times where the girls were talking.
Of course, Angela said it.
And they were like, I don't want to be the first one to put up JC because he's small.
Because he's the little guy. Yeah.
And so he just kept
riding. That's this far in the game.
Yeah.
That she's saying that. But JC's been playing everybody, and so I don't feel bad for him. I feel, okay, Sam's going on Wednesday.
For sure.
JC is going on Thursday.
Yep.
Because it's a 2 eviction night. So it'll be the final 3. And when they duke it out, me and a coworker discuss this every single day at work.
Yeah.
We actually discussed it today. Tyler, it all depends on who wins the last HOH.
Mm-hmm. It's got to be Tyler.
Now, if Tyler wins the last HOH, he's going to be a bitch, and he's going to take Angela.
He should take Angela.
Yeah, he can't beat Casey.
He can't beat Casey. But I think he's going to take Casey.
That's what my coworker says. You can't beat Casey. So he's going to take Angela because everybody hates her in the jury.
And he should. But he said in the diary room that he wants to take Casey to final 2, like, for real. And I'm like, no, like, screaming at the TV, like, don't do it. And I love Casey.
She made a record.
Yeah.
Winning the consecutive vetoes.
She's a beast.
And
she just held out early.
And everybody loves her.
Janelle won 3, and Casey has won 4 in a row.
I loved some Janelle. That was Brooke has no
idea. Janelle. I'm like, who the fuck is Janelle?
Monster.
She was a monster. She was a beast.
I started watching season 16. I have no idea what y'all are talking about. But
Janelle was a beast.
Janelle from Teen Mom.
No.
No, fuck that hoe.
From Myrtle Beach, Janelle.
Fuck that hoe. She stayed there, and I don't follow her on anything, but I keep up with my gossip.
Yeah,
sites,
Myrtle Beach is fine.
She stayed at her house.
Yeah.
And, I don't care if her house gets flooded.
No, Myrtle Beach is fine, though. Wilmington's the one that got fucked.
Yeah.
Nicholas
I really
Sparks
don't give a shit about her.
is pissed.
Well, so tell us about what Doug, what kind of inside info Doug gave you about pulling our episode.
Okay. Well, I know for a fact that they had some sound issues, but also it was told when I listened to... Oh, sorry. I'm getting a beer out of my fridge. Hold on one second. It was... I actually had an extra beer out there just in case, but I already drank it. So it was... God damn it. That's a dog gate. It's fine.
Oh, are you talking about on Jody's podcast when he was like... his co-host went hard on you or something?
Yes. Well, apparently Anthony did not, on Jody's podcast, Doug said Anthony didn't feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen, I don't know if y'all listened to it, but he said he didn't feel comfortable with a few things. And so as soon as I heard that, I said, oh, I gotta find out. I have to find out.
Uh-huh.
So I did, and I DM'd Jody, and I was like, do you think it's appropriate if I DM Doug and I find out what the fuck they said?
I commend your tenacity.
Oh, God. I have to know. When you say
Randall
there was
is
inappropriate things said about me and somebody felt really uncomfortable about it,
yeah.
Oh, fuck yes! I'm going to find out about it.
Yeah, that's something Randall would do, too. Just pester somebody, and I'd be like, I guess I'm not going to find out.
Oh, fuck no. Amanda has to find out. So I did.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I texted him today, or DM'd him today, and asked, because I found out, and I asked his permission, because I told him that I was going to be on y'all's show tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh, that was a good one. I'm beating Randall.
Yeah, I'm not very belchy tonight. I don't know what's going on.
Woo! Now, I agree with you because I did that podcast and I didn't belch all night. So I understand that. But with Doug, he told me, and I asked his permission tonight if I could say it, and he actually said he was going to revisit that episode. And so I think...
Oh, so he didn't tell you what Anthony said? He just said that they would revisit it?
No, I asked his permission, and he said, yeah, sure, and that they would go back to that episode. Because I'm sure there's more juicy little details that I don't know about. But basically, Doug said I was hot as fuck, but also intimidating as fuck. But that he let me do whatever the fuck I wanted to do with him.
Okay. So what's wrong with that?
Yeah, I don't get it.
We've said...
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But see, I don't know exactly what was said.
Maybe they just don't talk like that on their podcast very much. I don't know.
No, they do. They talk. They are as down as you can be. With
Doug probably went into more detail.
Are they married or something?
I don't know. I just got the gist.
Okay.
Doug just told me the gist. You're hot as fuck, but you're intimidating as fuck. But I'd let you do whatever the fuck you wanted me to do. So that's the only gist I got. Now, whenever it comes to their podcast, it could have been way more detailed. You know, like, I let her fucking sit on my face and ride my face.
Yeah, it could be. But they've heard your podcast, right? I don't think you wouldn't be offended or like upset if you heard that. I think you'd be flattered, probably. I mean,
but per Doug on Po Boys podcast, he said that Anthony felt uncomfortable.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm not sure what that entails, but I honestly don't know how I'm intimidating.
Well, you're just a confident, like, outgoing.
You just own your shit. I mean, that's intimidating.
And there's to plenty of people that's intimidating. And I mean, the same reason, like we say, like you got to have a dude that's a co-host with you that won't let you just steamroll them, because you can't have like a submissive anybody, because you'll just run right the fuck over them. But
I know, because I remember like I was reading or talking questions and Sleve was like, okay, on to the next one. I was like, okay, somebody's pulling the reins here.
I know, I'm trying to steer the ship.
I'm not used to that.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's good for you.
It is, and I loved it.
You need to be challenged sometimes.
He will be on the podcast again.
Well, good.
No, he will not have a Twitter handle, but he will be on the podcast again, else I will suspend my pussy.
Maybe. Exactly. There you go. You have
you have bargaining chips.
Yep, you sure do.
Well, we want to give everybody your social media, so give it out before we run and grab this call from Rachel, because she's...
Oh, I do also, I want to mention, I am not sponsored by Spunk Lube.
You should be.
You should be, if anybody should be.
I know that I should be. I did receive a Spunk Lube from the No Offense podcast.
Oh, are you the one that won the contest?
I did not win the contest, but I sent in 9 stories.
That's hysterical.
And if you listen to the episode, I sent in 9 stories. And they read them.
That's funny.
And so they just said, we're going to send you Spunk Lube because you're basically awesome as fuck. So they sent in their own. I am not sponsored by Spunk Lube, which I would like to be. It would be awesome as fuck. I will, I will let things happen. I would like them to reach out to me. I don't want to be, a beggar. Sure. I guess you could say, unless you need to.
Well, we said it on the last podcast that we're like, if anybody should be.
Yeah, Jeff, you got to reach out to Amanda. She should be totally on the team. So I think Jeff will realize that he may just not know because he's so busy, but hopefully he'll hear this and jump right on it, because, yes, you should be on the team. Faux show.
I want to be on the team. Faux show.
Well, tell them where they can find you at, Amanda.
Oh, you're so sweet. They can find me at blunt_mommy on Twitter, and on Instagram, they can find me at Amanda3313, which is spelled AMANDUH 3313. I did do it in my head. That's so crazy.
All right, girl. Well, we gotta run, and cause we back to back tonight somehow. Randall,
I know y'all are some busy fucking people.
Yeah,
I don't know how y'all do it.
Well, yeah, I don't know. But we didn't want to miss out talking to you, because I know we've been trying to make it happen. But are you gonna come over to the Randall Fowler?
Fucking Randall Fowler.
Fucking Randall fucking Fowler. He had walked off to make more shots for us, because that's what we need.
You got to make this other shot, but everybody knows how we end the show here at Married AF.
Oh yeah, Amanda, why don't you do the honors?
Yeah, do you know how I sign off every show?
No.
You don't know this word I say every time when we end the show.
No, I listened to it. I thought, like, the last episode you said, like, fuck yourself or fuck
That's
off.
it.
Bingo.
That's how we do every show.
But he
I
does
say,
some
"Go
variation
fuck
of it. He'll
yourself."
say, everybody, make sure you fuck yourself. And like,
No, I'll be like, fuck your cousins and fuck yourself.
yeah.
Right.
But I change
I'm
it
not
up.
gonna fuck my cousins, but I will say, everybody, go fuck yourself.
Yes.
Booyah.
All right.
Booyah, motherfuckers.
All right. We love you, Amanda.
I love you guys so much.
Later.